Hey, come on in, come on in. Welcome into the Tuesday Tea with me. This morning we're going to talk about raising the bar. Last week was perseverance, and this week is raising the bar. 3 points. So I'm going to get my share on with my team and my friends and family over my personal page, and you do the same. Hey, it's me. I'm in the right place now. I was like, wait a minute, what's going on? It is that kind of Tuesday, but I know the power of turning around and mindset. So once I get through this live, this is going to be a fantastic day for you and for me. So come on in, welcome in, good morning. We are back in business. Turn that over just a little bit. All right, let me get my share on. Ooh, I'm excited now. I'm where I'm supposed to be on this Tuesday tea. Right, Sylvia. Listen, better late than never. All right. I'm getting my share on. Tag your people who need to hear this about raising the bar. We are mid-year, so a lot of you have done amazing things with your businesses already. And now it is time to not stop there. Don't get comfortable. Raise the bar. We're going to talk about 3 tips on how to raise the bar as soon as I get my share on. Hey, welcome in. Yeah, you guys found me good. All right, we're here. All right, let me post this here. One more place, and then we're ready to get this party started. Let me scoot you guys all up in my face, because if you're not in my face, then you see my packing supplies over there. All right, one more place. Share it with my business partners, and then we are ready to talk about these 3 points of raising the bar. So glad to see you guys in here this Tuesday morning. All right, here it is. Last share for me, but go ahead and get your share on. And I'll tell you a little bit why, just very little bit. If you're a first time in here with me, drop a number 1 if this is your first time listening to one of my Tuesday teas. I love to know who's new in here on a first Tuesday tea with me. So drop number 1 if this is your first Tuesday tea. And I'm waiting for that to go through. Let me get a little sip of this tea that might help. This morning. Yay, Tania, welcome in. So my name is Christy, and I am a 6-figure earner with my business. I've chosen to franchise a $5 accessory business where everything is $5 lead-free and nickel-free. But on my business page, you go to my personal page, you can hear all about this business. But on my business page, I like to share just general business tips I've learned over the 8 years of being in this business. Now, we can go back until when I was in 5th grade, not 5 years old, in 5th grade, where I was selling lemonade by my mailboxes in our apartment complex to make money. So I've always had an entrepreneurial or business mindset, saw a need or a want, and was able to get people's money from that. And then I started doing this business 8 years ago, celebrating my 8-year anniversary. Hey, Rachel, first time in here. Kimberly, yes, good. I love to see you guys in here. All right, so last week, if you're first time in here, I have like 17 Tuesday teas. The only reason I know it's 17 because I have someone who I'm paying to upload all those over to YouTube. So I'll post my YouTube here below when this is over. 17 Tuesday teas, starting out with making a plan when we came into the new year. And a great thing about this business and pretty much any business you're in, you can revise that plan or create one if you don't have one. But today, we are going to talk about raising the bar. 3 points about raising the bar. So last week was about perseverance. Perseverance, we talked about sharpening your focus, which means making your goals visible. So I hope everybody who was in here last week has gone around their house, their cars, their job, because if your goal is to leave your job and build your business to a point where you can leave your job and do your business full time, like I have done, then you want to have it in your focus in your job so you don't lose focus of why you're there when you can't stand your boss or the customers are getting on your nerves. You're like, this is just a gateway to what my big dream is. So having your goals visible. The other point was worrying wrecks your focus. So using a tool like a 5-second rule to keep your worries from wrecking your focus. And we'll talk a little bit more about that today. And then taming your technology. All right. Don't let your technology control you. You control your technology, specifically social media. And then the other one was building your competence in whatever area you need to build your competence in so that you can build your business. But today, go back and check that one out from last Tuesday. Today, we're talking about raising the bar. So number one, for raising your bar, if you're in here and you're in a position to be able to write this down and post this in the comments below. Number one is play to your strengths. I literally just posted on here or just stated about playing to your strengths. I just said that I'm outsourcing. I am paying someone that's in my budget to pay someone to upload these videos that I do on my Tuesday Tea on my business Facebook page to my YouTube page. Now, I've already uploaded some on there by myself, but my to-do list, that part of my to-do list kept being pushed back and pushed back and pushed back. And I know the importance or the way that having these videos on YouTube will impact my business. So you know what? I'm playing to my strengths, which is, this is a strength, actually sharing my experience to help someone, because I had some curves along the way, right? And anything I can do to help someone have less curves along the way and hit a straight, narrow path quicker and faster than I did, I want to share that. And so I'd rather spend time doing this and not putting this on hold to upload stuff and just outsource and pay somebody to do that. Playing to your strengths. Now, playing to your strengths, I did a video about this first, is you have to know what they are. So go back and catch that Tuesday Tea where I talked about knowing what your strengths are. You can't play to what you don't know. Every basketball player, thinking of a great basketball player, I do make sports analogies, although I'm not the biggest sports fan, but I think those are good analogies to make, right? Or we could do it with parenting. Parenting is a good one. If you happen to be in a 2-parent household, all right? Or even if you're co-parenting, because I'm in a 2-parent household and I co-parent, then both of you have strengths as parents, right? So you play to your strength. I know what my strength is as a parent. I am the educator, the planner, the put things in order, the strategizer. You tell me what you want to accomplish. Like, okay, babe, we want a bigger house? Great. Let me create the plan and we'll work together and we'll talk about if this plan works for your strengths, my strengths, weaknesses, so on and so forth. But I can create the plan and we can work it out together. If our child grades are dropping, I'm the planner. But you know what? When it comes to sports, that's not my thing. Now, I will tell me the time that my child has to be at practice. Tell me the kind of food she needs to eat to be energized. Of course, I know there's certain times she needs to go to bed at night. Those things. Tell me those things and I can put those in place. I know my strengths. I play to those as a parent and as a business owner, as a friend, playing to your strengths because I know them. I know my strengths. In addition, when people come to my inbox because they see my strengths and they're like, ooh, this would work great. She'd be great in this business. And as you grow in your business, people will start coming to you about what you taking what you've done well in this business and going and putting it into their business because it'll benefit you and them in their business, right? So I have people who come to my inbox all the time and I'm like, that's not my strength, but I know it. I know it's not my strength, so I can't be pulled in directions that end up stressed. That's how you end up stressed because you don't know your strengths. You're trying to do things that are your strength, that are a weakness. And the fact is, it doesn't matter how much work you put in certain areas. Everybody has strengths and everybody has weaknesses. What makes a great boss, a great leader, such a great boss and a great leader is they know what their strengths are. They play to those and then they find great people around them to fill in the areas they're not great at. Like Obama, our past president. That a lot of us would agree, or a lot of people, a good percentage, according to the polls, percentage of people would agree he was a good president. Was he a good president because he had no weaknesses? No. He was a good president because he knew what his strengths were, and he filled his arena or his cabinet or his team with people who played towards his weaknesses so that as a general, he looked like an amazing leader. Amazing because he knew everything? No. So as a business owner, what are your strengths? and play towards those. So know what your strengths are and pull them out. A lot of time, business owners get caught up because you don't have your blinders on, or you have them on and you do, a little bit too much of looking around them, and you see what somebody else is winning in. You're like, oh, I'm gonna do that. They're winning at that because it is a strength, or what you don't know is that they've outsourced it to someone who it is their strength, and it looks as if they're the ones doing it. You're going to go to my YouTube page. Now, I have a banner up there right now that I think is good. It did what it needed to do. But then the person who I had paid to upload my videos was like, you know what? I'm going to redo, send me your logo, send me the picture of you in this dress that you already have on, and I'm going to update your photo for your YouTube page. And I'm like, great. Now, what are you going to do? You're going to come to my page, my YouTube page, and you're like, oh my gosh, Christy is so talented. Look at her. She has this amazing thing up, and you're going to give me credit. And now you're peeking behind your blinders and you're like, I'm going to do that too. And now you're stressed because you saw Christy do it. I have it done. And now you want to do it, but that is not your strength. All right. So play up your strength. There's plenty of things that I'm not good at. Let's see. What's something that is not, oh my goodness. My inventory. I have lots of inventory for my business. I sell lots of accessories to different people. But if you come up and see my jewelry room, like right now, you're only seeing this square. My office is a hot mess. Now, I know where everything is at. If I knew someone was coming over my house, I'd straighten up and make it look better if I had to. But it's not on my list of things to do because it's working just fine. But see, you don't have your blinders on. You're not playing to your strengths. And now you're trying to be like me, thinking that I have it all together. I know Christy with her success. She's six-figure earner. She's made 6 figures in this business. Her office has to be straight. Lies you tell yourself. But I know my strengths and I'm playing to them. So first know your strengths and then play to those strengths. You'll have a lot less days of stress because you're building upon what your strength is. And then you'll know what your weaknesses are and you'll learn to outsource. And outsource doesn't always mean paying. Barter your strengths, right? Until you get to the point where you can outsource by physically paying someone to do something for you, then barter your strengths. There's something you're great at, all right? And instead of charging someone for, you find someone like you may be the person who's great at doing graphics. And you look at my business page right here that you're on, and you look at my cover photo, and you're like, I could kill that for her. But I know that Christy's good at this and I need that. Then you go in, and I'm not saying to do this, we'll use somebody else. You go to Cynthia's inbox. You say, Cynthia, listen, I know, not even I think, because if you play to your strengths, you know this. You're confident, you're walking in this. I know that I can make your cover photo so much better. But I'm good at this and I can do this for you. But the question I have is, I'll do it for free, but can you do this for me? Can we barter this service? All right. You're using your strength to make up for a weakness you have by bartering it with somebody else. Now that's just number one. I'm not going to stay there all day, but number one today in raising the bar is playing to your strengths. Start where you shine. Start where you shine and play to that. If you are in this business that I'm in and you've been a star at vending events, what strengths make you a star at vending events? Bring those same strengths, because we're in COVID-19. We have a social distancing. So the vending events are few and far in between, if they exist, right? So you've had to change the way that you do business in order to reach your customers. Well, when you start doing Facebook Lives or Messenger parties or however you decide to share your goods or your services via social media, take the strengths that you had from vending and bring those in to the new way you need to share your goods. Instead of saying, I can't do that, I'm not this, I'm not that. Well, what are you? Let's not talk about what you are not. Let's talk about what are you? And bring those things that you are into the thing that you're scared of. All right. A lot of times we can't get past our fear because we're thinking about all the things that we're not. But you have a list of strengths that other people will pay for. You have a list of strengths. Bring those strengths into what you need to accomplish, and it'll be much easier for you to accomplish. And your mind will switch to what you can do as opposed to what you can't do. Number 2, one level up. If you're typing this, number 2 is one level up. One level up is number 2. Number 2 is one level up. If you want to raise the bar, you can't think about where you are now. You have to think about one level up, or 2, or 3. Right now in my business, I'm an A-lister. Just hit it last month, in the month of, where are we in? June now? So in the month of May. In the month of February, I hit Fashionista. Now my goal for the end of the year really was A-lister. I have it on my board. By convention of 2020, which would have been, will be July, I would have hit A-lister. I've already hit it. But am I only thinking about what it takes to stay at A-lister? Am I only thinking about my current sales? No. I am thinking about what it's going to take to hit jet setter, not Maven, jet setter. Even though that wasn't my year beginning, I got past my goal. This is one thing where they say, think about scaring. What is scary? Set your goals for what scares you. Not what you know is attainable, but what is a scary goal. It's outside of even what you can imagine can happen. That's literally how I hit this. I did it based upon what I couldn't even see me hitting A-lister. I didn't even see it. Numbers wise, I had no idea. I'm looking at, like, if my team ranked, these people on my team, businesses grew, then it would only get me this far, right? And I couldn't even imagine their businesses growing as much as it does, which impacted my business growing as much as it has. I couldn't even see it, but it didn't keep me from dreaming it. And when I say dream, like visually in front of me on my board, whiteboard, on my board in my bedroom, one level up. What is your next level that you want? You have to prepare yourself for that one level up, okay? You have to have that written down. Now, how do you do that? One level up, excuse me, is going to require extra time and investment. Let's not be crazy about this, all right? Understanding that if you want to move to something greater, it's going to cause more from you. I have to be very honest. I was very honest about what it took to get to Fashionista and A-lister. It took some time. I literally told my husband, I'll see you back here on June 1st. Like, was I going anywhere physically? No, it was COVID. I had to stay at my house. But that means there were some things that I did on a regular basis that was going to have to take a side step, because more time and more investment of myself was going to have to be put into building my team, building my business, building my customers, that there are some other things that was going to have to be put on the sidebar. I'm very realistic about it, and I think I'm able to have this. We'll say I know. I know part of my success is that I'm realistic and I prepare the people around me for what to expect, so that I don't feel strained in areas, because I'm very honest with them and we're on the same page, okay? So my husband will understand, like, got it, Christy. June 1st, see you back here. And I'll get back into all the things that I normally do that I had to put to the side. My daughter, all right, listen, this is the plan for the next 30 days. This is what we're going to do. I still have her in order, in place, but I'll be back June 1st. Well, June 1st arrived. And I'm like, but babe, okay, so I'm like this close to the next thing. I might see you August 1st. But no, seriously. You have to think about leveling up and understanding and being mindful that leveling up is going to require extra time and investment, whatever that is. All right. Investment is itself can be time. Investment in professional development. What do you need to know to be able to hit that level? All right. I knew for sure I had to build leaders. For a fact. Once you hit a certain level in a certain business, and it requires you, because some businesses only requires you yourself to learn new things. It doesn't require anybody else in your business to learn anything. All right. But if the next level requires some input from somebody else, then you have to know how to get them there. So I had to go and take a look back and look at, like, how did I get there? How did people around me get there? So how can I help my team get there? If they're a star consultant, what do I need to have in place to get them to director? If I need more premier directors in my team, what do I, as a leader, need to do to be able to offer the people who want it? Now, I'm not talking about dry bones. So then the question is, how do I figure out who wants it? How do I weed out the ones who say and the ones who do, and their do will turn to they will? Okay? How do I weed those out? I had to create a plan for that. I didn't just wake up one day and hit Fashionista. I didn't wake up one day and hit A-lister. I'm not going to just wake up one day and hit Maven. I looked at what I wanted and I looked at what I needed to do to get it, and I went and created a plan for it. That is what took the extra time and the investment. I had to invest in people, and I had to take the extra time to create a plan for what that investment into people looked like, so that I'm not spinning my wheels. I'm not around here working with 10 people when the reality is only 2 of them want it. I can't work with 8 who don't even want it. I will get more out of, or they will get more success if I'm working with the ones who want it, who are willing to put in the work for it. Some will say it, and then what's the plan? To weed out the ones who say and the ones who will. That is where my extra time and my investment went into. So what will your extra time and your investment go into? If you want to increase your sales and it requires product for your sales, then what do you need to do to get more product to increase your sales? If you have product and you need more customers, what plan are you going to create, put into place? How much time is it going to take, and how much investment of your time is it going to require to get more customers, to get your product in front of more customers, to get more sales? You're thinking one step above. If you're making an extra $1,000 right now and you want an extra $3,000, then how many more pieces do you have to have in your inventory? So let's say you had 500 accessories. You're in my business, you have 500 accessories or 500 of any product. And when you had 500 of any product, you sold 100. Now, is it possible to increase that 500, keep the 500 of the product the same, but increase the sales to 200? It's possible. Or is it needed that you increase your inventory from 500 pieces to 1,000 pieces to get 200 sold? That's what you need to decide. Create a plan, work it, go back and reevaluate. But it requires you to move one level up. Raising the bar requires you to think one level or 2 above where you are, and then invest the time and the investment to get there. Number 3, and then we're done with the raising the bar. Number 3, stop sweating the small stuff. Somebody drop that below. Stop sweating the small stuff. If you want to raise the bar, you have to stop sweating the small stuff. All right? Now, all of you know, as soon as I said it, you were like, oh, it came to you right then. You were thinking to yourself, that's that small stuff I'm sweating right there. What is that going to help me with leveling up? Is that playing towards my strength? At the end of the day, in this business that I'm in, and that most of you who are watching are in, or in any business you're in, you can't control other people. That is considered small stuff. That is outside of your circle of influence. Small stuff is things that you have no control over, and you're sweating it. Why? Stop doing it. The things that are who moved my cheese, okay, is one thing that a book. Go grab Who Moved My Cheese. You're worried about the things you can't control. I know I was talking to my daughter, and I said, this is what you want. This is where you want it. You can't have this until you're 16. Period. It's not happening any earlier, any sooner, any quicker. But if 16 comes, she's 13. If 16 comes and you haven't spent these last 3 years working on you, then what you want at age 16 is not going to work for you. Because you didn't spend these 3 years leading up to 16 preparing yourself. Same is true for you. There's something you want to happen next year. There's something that you want to happen in 2 years. There's something you want to happen in 3 years. Whatever year, if you got a 5-year plan, right? And you're like, I got 5 years. It's not going to happen before 5 years, but in 5 years, this is where I'm going to be. If you don't do what you need to do within those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, then when year 5 comes, even though that was your year mark, you're not going to be ready for it. And the opportunity of doors may be swung right open, but you're not ready for it because you didn't spend those 5 years getting there. You know why? Because you were sweating the small stuff. The small stuff, if we use my daughter's example, the small stuff might be I'm asking her to do dishes, and she falling apart about going to do dishes. That's the small stuff, honey. You should be not sweating the little things, the things that are outside your control. It's outside of her control about me asking her to do dishes. It got to be done. I'm mama, this is my house, and I'm saying, you need to go wash the dishes. She's sweating it, though. So in 3 years, when she gets to her time and she's like, it's been 3 years, I'm like, but you're not ready? That's what God's saying to you. You throwing up them prayers. I know it's going to happen, but what are you doing for this happen? Because God's going to open the door for you, right? And then in 3 years, 5 years, whatever your thing is, you're going to say, he failed me. He did me wrong. Why do I not have? He has forsaken me. I am out in the wilderness. No. The door opened. God opened the door. You're not ready to walk in it. Because you're around here sweating the small stuff, spending time on small things such as nobody's liking my videos. How many videos you put out there? I have 99 people watching right now. Not including the replay, not including the ones who are not going to physically come in here. There's people on the outside who have not clicked in to watch, and so their numbers are not counted. 101 right now. When I first started this Tuesday Tea 6 months ago, I think I actually started it at the end of 2019. I may have had 10 people in here watching me. If I was sweating those numbers and didn't play to my strength, didn't have confidence in what I was sharing, I know these tips got me to where I'm making 6 figures. I know there's plenty of people out here who want 6, who don't even need 6. Give them 5 digits with a comma in it. And they're very happy. Half of what I'm bringing in. Heck, I was extremely happy with half of what I'm bringing in right now. Happier than anybody could name with half of what I'm bringing in now, right? But if I was sweating the fact that people weren't in here, I would have never made it to where I have 105 people watching me right now. Not including who's going to catch it on YouTube. Not including who's going to catch the hashtag replay. Not including the shares in somebody's inbox where they thought this was good, they shared it with somebody else. Don't sweat the small stuff. Essentially, if you want a barometer for what is small, small things are things you cannot control. My family won't buy any of my stuff. So you worried about this small circle of family when there's millions of people out there who are waiting for you to put their product in front of them, your services, your strengths in front of them? But instead you're worried about the things you can't control. You can't control your family's actions, your best friend's actions. Stop sweating. I don't know how many times I can say it. Stop sweating the small stuff. So what do you do if you want to stop sweating the small stuff? You sweat the things that you can control. You can't control your mindset. You can't control your daily habits. You can't control building your business, your inventory, your how many people you're getting your product and service in front of. That is within your control. Are you controlling that? Are you spending so much time on things you can't control? You can't control shipping, but what can you control? You can control purchasing more product so that you have more so shipping isn't a concern. Think about how many times it takes for something to be put in front of you. What was your last purchase? What is the last purchase you made? And how many times did that product need to be put in front of you before you actually bought it? I have needed to buy, I want to buy a trundle bed for my guest bedroom. And it'd be a twin size bed with a trundle up under it. I have probably been looking for this trundle for 6 months. I just can't, I haven't found the one that I'm in love with that I really want. Color, shape, size, all that. I haven't found it. Now, somebody's trundle is going to fall in front of me. Some company is going to fall in front of me and they're going to be like, got her. But they have no idea how long I've been looking for the trundle. No idea. But whatever they've done to put their product out in front of me, somehow it reaches me. So what are you doing to get your product out there to reach somebody? And how many times do you print in front of you? Some people will say, well, I have the same product and I don't want to keep showing it. Same people are seeing it. How do you know the same people are seeing it? I know there's 125 people watching me right now. I can say for a fact, at least 25 more are watching me, but I don't even know it. They didn't click in here. They're not being counted in the numbers. There are a lot of people who are going to watch the replay. They're not going to put hashtag replay below. They're not going to give me no credit for information that they've taken away from this live. So I can't sit around about the things I can't control, but I can do the things that I can control. So today, raising the bar has to do with playing to your strengths, thinking one level up, and stop sweating the small stuff. One last thing I thought about today, so this has to be for somebody out there. I thought about the people who give up too soon in business, right? Now, if you're in red, you're floating in red, like your business is negative for an extended period of time, then okay. But if you're in my business where you're sharing $5 accessories, then there really isn't any reason for you to be in red. All right? And a lot of you are having success, but not what you think you should be succeeding at. It took me 8 years. 8 years of being in this business. 3 of those years I did spend overseas, so I wasn't actively able to do my business like I wanted to. But on the American soil, sharing $5 a jury and the business opportunity for 5 years. And I hit 6 figures and was able to retire from my assistant principal job, my career that I spent still paying loans on. I have a master's degree and certifications, all right? Left that to share and play in jury. Where I was in year 1, you'll quit. Where I was in year 2, you'll quit. Where I was in year 3, you'll quit. Where I was in year 4, you'll quit. Because you see that this business in your mind is supposed to catapult you faster than your career job that you spent years of training in. You wake up and go to every single day. You work with people you do not like year after year. They hire somebody over you, and you know for a fact you're more qualified, and now they want you to train this person. And you don't quit that. You don't walk away from that career job, but you're ready to throw in a towel because last month you made $50 and this month you made $100. I'm not saying you did less. I'm saying you did more and you still ready to quit because your 50 didn't go to 2,000. Your 50 went to 100 and you ready to throw in a towel. And you put in less for this business and you got an increase than you put in your real-time job and nothing has increased for you. I know this is for somebody because I was thinking about this morning. If I had given up or wasn't excited about what I was doing, if I was always looking like, oh, I'm not making 3,000, this ain't working, instead of being excited about the 50 I was making, which was helping my pocket, the extra 50 was doing me good. The extra $100 was making a difference in my household. Then when the extra grew to 300, I was excited, not, oh my gosh, I haven't reached 3,000 yet. Oh, I haven't reached 1,000 yet. No, I was excited about that 50 that in a year, not 2 months, not 2 weeks, grew to 300. Then it grew to 1,000. I was like, wait a minute. So that's all I had to do. And when I say all, meaning I was vending during the weekdays with my daughter with me. I was preparing lesson plans, but still remembering to pack lunch, get her dressed, please my husband, cook food, run errands, pay bills, cry about bills we couldn't afford, and still pack up my jewelry bag and share it with somebody. I wouldn't have made it here. So put things in perspective. Literally, go back and look at your last raise in your job. Because most people, this is statistics. This ain't Chrissy just assuming. Statistics, most people haven't received an increase in their jobs. When was the last increase you got? And how much of an increase was it really? Oh, they gave you a 6% cost of living raise. How much you actually see of that? You appeased with it. You keep coming back to this job for this 6% raise. But really, how did that impact your household in a year's time? Was you able to pay more on your electric bill? Were you able to pay down debt because of that 6% increase? Yeah, if you was like me, no. That 6% increase, I didn't even see it. But then look at your business if you've been in it for 6 months. Actually working your business, because buying the box of accessories isn't an actual working your business. actually working it, actually sharing the jury routinely and consistently. All right? And then say to yourself, you know what? Side by side, my business is actually doing better than this job I keep going to. And if I continue with my job for 5 years and I made the same progression that I continue with this business in 5 years and stayed with them the same consistency, because you consistently going to go to work. How many days you get off for the whole year, paid and unpaid? Consistently go to that job. Probably don't even use all your time that you can use. It'd be rolling over or you lose it. If you do those side to side, your business at the same rate and level you do your job or your career, at the end of 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, 5 years, and especially in this business that I'm in, that a lot of you who are watching are in, you will be better off and had more increase in this business than your job. Think of it that way, as opposed to, oh, I'm only making this much. Well, you only ain't made no more in your job, but you keep showing up. All right, that was just, I thought about it this morning. It was not part of my raising the bar. Consider yourself just getting an extra piece that I felt like must have been for somebody, because it definitely crossed my heart this morning. All right, be blessed, because I definitely have a list of things that I need to get done today. Thank you so much for joining me in here with the Tuesday Tea with me, where we talked about raising the bar. Stay tuned for the next date, the next Tuesday Tea. I don't think it'll be next Tuesday, where I come back in here and share with you another tip that helped get me to the six-figure earner that I am, that I hope helps you get there without as many twists and turns as I had. Hopefully your line will be a little bit straighter than mine. God bless. Bye. Have a great week ahead and stay safe out there.